Welcome to Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County's 2021 Youth of the Year event. I'm Geronda Hill, Area Director, and I'll be your tour guide for the next 45 minutes, taking you through an amazing journey of 3 phenomenal teams that will share how Boys and Girls Clubs has made an impact in their lives. Before we start our show, I'd like to take this moment to introduce Emma Floyd, one of our very talented club members, who will lead us in honoring our nation with the singing of the national anthem. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Emma. What a perfect start to a great show. I'd like to thank everyone tuned in for a very special night. This long-standing Boys and Girls Clubs of America tradition ignites personal growth for our teens and helps them develop as young adults and civic-minded community leaders. As such, this event would not be possible without the participation of local civic and community stars. It is my distinct honor to recognize and thank those stars who support our clubs and our candidates. First, thank you to our judges who had the hardest job of all, selecting one person out of 3 amazing young people to be our 2021 Youth of the Year. Please join me in acknowledging our distinguished panel of judges. Doug Sherman, Bank of America and Distinguished Board Member. Denise Eric, Bank of America and Distinguished Board Member. Patsy Warner, Distinguished Board Member. Arthie Hammond, Keller Williams Realty of Treasure Coast and Distinguished Board Member. J.D. Lewis, the Lewis Law Group and Distinguished Board Member. This evening would not be possible without corporate support. Our national presenting sponsor, Toyota, and our local presenting sponsor, Public Charities. Publix has supported the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County's Youth of the Year program and competition for several years. Publix Supermarket Charities has a mission to meet the needs of the people in their communities. To that end, they commit to being dedicated to the dignity and value of the human spirit, helping strengthen it to overcome adversity, determined to offer people hope and a choice for the future, and devoted to the highest standards of community involvement, as demonstrated by their founder, George W. Jenkins. Thank you. Now, it's time for me to introduce our 2020 Youth of the Year winner from the H. Wayne Huizenga Club in Palm City. Mia's going to tell us about her Youth of the Year experience and what the last year's been like.
Hi everyone, I'm Mia Dorval, and I'm the 2020 Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County. I would just like to take a moment and share with you my experience with this amazing program. Being awarded Youth of the Year not only brings an important title, but leads you on a path of accomplishment and self-discovery as well. Although I wasn't able to go out into the communities and impact the lives of others, I was still able to gain a better understanding of my capabilities. Not once did I think I could stand in front of crowds of people and effectively deliver a speech. Not once did I think my voice could represent a multitude of members from an organization I hold so dear to my heart. Despite my doubts and hesitations, I was happily proven wrong. I've learned that I have so much potential and can accomplish anything I work hard for. I've become aware that even under pressure, I can still flourish and I can be incredibly successful. Because of this program, I can dismiss all of my insecurities and lack of confidence and know that it won't diminish my talent. It is truly an honor to be a finalist, as it gives you the opportunity to speak on behalf of each and every Boys and Girls Club member. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you, because this process is not easy, and it takes courage to share your story. Without our voices, people wouldn't understand how the Boys and Girls Club makes an impact in the lives of our youth. And with that, I wish all of the candidates the best of luck. And whether you win or lose, this will remain a valuable experience, one in which you will never forget.
The Youth of the Year program has been an important component of Boys and Girls Club culture since 1947 because the title carries so much prestige. The journey itself is such a memorable experience that builds character and really brings out the best of what clubs have to offer. These young people make a commitment to be an ambassador for the clubs that serve nearly 4,000 members a year, and they are essentially competing to be the voice of hundreds of thousands of young people across the nation whose lives have been positively impacted by Boys and Girls Club's life-changing programs, and the dedicated staff members that act as mentors, teachers, friends, and extended family. The Youth of the Year title is not just about a trophy. Being Youth of the Year is about service, academic excellence, leadership, and a commitment to bettering your community. The journey starts in the club. All year long, these young people work hard, practicing in their programs and workshops that build confidence and character. The workshops provided sharpen their interview, public speaking, and writing skills. Each candidate is committed to service to the club, and over time, they become true role models to the younger members. When the time comes and they are in front of those judges, they are presenting the best version of themselves with confidence. At each level, the club level, the organization level, and the state level, all the way up to the national competition, these young people give their all to the process and share their heartfelt stories of how Boys and Girls Clubs has helped mold them into productive, responsible, caring young people. We're not just preparing these young people for a competition. We're preparing them to be leaders who are powerful to the degree that they empower others. Each day, the examples these candidates set for the younger members is invaluable to the positive experiences children receive at Boys and Girls Clubs. Now, I could not let this night pass without acknowledging and sending a heartfelt, special thank you to our amazing, dedicated club leaders and staff who have helped prepare and supported each candidate throughout this entire process. Every day, our staff members come to work with the intention of changing someone's life. We thank each and every last one of them for their commitment to paving the way to great futures. They fill the emotional cups of every member each day until they are overflowing with happiness. So many members look forward to their smiles and their encouraging words to replenish their mental and emotional and physical energy of the day, week, and sometimes even the month. That's what it means to be a Boys and Girls Club team member. Now, let's take a glimpse into this year's Youth of the Year journey through the lens of our staff and finalists.
My name is Angelo Weaver. I'm the team specialist at the Cole Clark branch in Hobe Sound, Florida. My Youth of the Year from this branch is Mariah Smith. She's a determined dreamer, and she's a trailblazer that has yet to come. I believe that she should win because Countless times, even though she grows, I see that she respects to her community, not only to her friends, but her fellow members, and help them along the way.
It feels amazing to be recognized as my Boys and Girls Club's 2021 Youth of the Year, mostly because I can show the members here where they can be one day. It doesn't matter where they are now or where they come from, but I can show them that you can always come out on top. The one most powerful thing I want people to know about Boys and Girls Club is that it's just not an organization, it's a family.
I would describe Narita as being very creative. Everything that she does for the club, for her school, for the community, she adds her own little sparkle to it.
To be recognized as my club's 2021 Youth of the Year, it feels nerve-wracking at the same time happy, because I can inspire other kids from my Boys and Girls Club to have high hopes, and the reason why it's nerve-wracking is because I do not want to disappoint others. But what I'm most passionate about is inspiring little kids to be who they are and not to feel doubt about themselves because they can't express themselves.
Yasmin's personality is definitely a spunky one. She's just one of those kids that could be in the zone about doing schoolwork or club service, and she goes from that to hearing a Carrie Underwood song that she likes, and all of a sudden she's in karaoke mode. She's just a very spunky kid. A conversation with Yasmin truly leaves you thinking anything is possible. It's a great kid.
To be recognized as my club's 2021 Youth of the Year, it feels amazing. Because I've come so far in this last year that I didn't think I was going to be here a year ago. So to be recognized, I feel like I can do almost anything to help kids my age. I would want people to know that the Boys and Girls Club is not just an after-school program. We're a family. And this is a place that you can go to make lifelong friendships and just to develop a great relationship with somebody. The club has impacted me so much, so I would tell people that it can impact you just the same.
The amount of preparation each of these candidates undertake is a true testament of their commitment. From service projects, team building, and hours of practicing their speeches, these young people are ready to conquer their first milestone, which is their club competition. After being selected as the Youth of the Year for their respective clubs, an even more intense process to prepare for the organization competition begins. With more hours of training, rehearsing their speeches, and tweaking their essays, and even more hours of club service, the finalists also participate in workshops to sharpen their interview skills. This journey of preparation leads up to the final judging. It's been a long journey for these young people, who truly are exemplary of the great futures starting here at Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County.
As the 21st Century Club Director of the Boys and Girls Club Martin County's Cole Clark Club in Hope Sound, I am very excited to introduce Mariah, our club's Youth of the Year. Over the last 3 years, Mariah has become an advocate of embracing who you are and fostering the power within while encouraging others to do the same. With determination and a can-do attitude, she has become a role model, leading by example. Whether it's through her community or school activity or one-on-one interactions or heading up programs, she leads with integrity, patience, and passion. Mariah worked diligently in school by taking honor classes, volunteering out in the community, and participating in after-school curricular activities. Mariah's hard work has paid off, as she was just accepted into the Bethune-Cookman University. Looking at her journey, it's not surprising that Mariah has chosen a career as an anesthesiologist, where she will help others. As the club director, I've observed Mariah's interest in others. Her compassion and patience, her bubbly personality wins over the shyest club members. I am impressed with Mariah's journey to this point, and now she will always strive to reach her full potential and give back to the community as a strong, responsible citizen while helping others do the same.
Hi, my name is Mariah, And now, it doesn't matter which way I present myself to you, I will still be known as the girl who changed the world. One of the first things people ask me about my Boys and Girls Club is how do I feel about it? Well, the people here have a great impact on that. One of the great people here, her name is Miss Marvella, and she sits up at the front desk just waiting to greet you with the biggest smile. One of the great things about her is she's always wondering, how am I doing? She's asking me, how am I doing? How am I feeling? What's stressing me out? And how she can lift that stress off my shoulders. The second great person here, her name is Miss Christian, and she's my teen specialist. As her being my teen specialist, she walks around and shows me how I hope to be one day. She shows me how to be confident and how to be strong-minded, and I'm just internally grateful for that. One of the second great things here that really set aside Boys and Girls Club from everyone else are the programs here. The programs here are built around the members. The programs here are built for the members. Because not every member wants to be a teacher or an electrician or a doctor. Some of them want to be in a more creative field. Boys and Girls Club brought in a drummer to come in every Wednesdays to teach us how to drum. Boys and Girls Club also had us do a culinary class to teach us how to cook. And me and a couple other members are now food handler certified in the state of Florida. That's just another way Boys and Girls Club has set us up for success. And I am proud to say, I am 17 years old. I'm going to be a class graduate in the class of 2021, and I'm a proud product of my Boys and Girls Club. Thank you.
As the 21st Century Director of the Boys and Girls Club of Martin County's Indiantown branch, it is my honor to introduce our Youth of the Year, Nareda Campos. Within the 5 months that I have known Nareda, she has proven to be a great leader and mentor to the members in our club. Through my time with Nareda at the club, I had witnessed her become more confident, assertive, and her self-esteem has increased. Nareda is outstanding in all respect. She is dependable, responsible, honest, and courteous. She is an integral part of the Indiantown community. Nareda is learning to grow from challenges that are presented to her. Her sense of responsibility, citizenship, and caring about others demonstrates the integrity of this young individual. Again, I introduce Nareda Campos.
Hi, my name is Nareda Gary Campos. At a young age, I was diagnosed with ADHD. Every day has been a constant struggle for me. I started to feel depressed, and I tried talking to my family about how I was feeling, but no one seemed to care. The only adults who would take their time to listen to my problems would be the Indiantown Boys and Girls Club staff. My life has not been easy to this point. My father is an alcoholic and was abusive. Physically and emotionally, he would abuse me and my family. He would tell me on numerous occasions that I was worthless, useless, and that I was bound to be a failure. Hearing my father say those things to me, I started to believe that I was worthless, useless, and that I was bound to be a failure. If things could not get any worse, my house is currently in foreclosure. This is one of the most devastating news that my family has ever received. Seeing my mom cry herself to sleep at night crushes my heart, especially since there is nothing that I can do about it. Along with depression, I began to have suicidal thoughts. Since the Boys and Girls Club was closed during the summer, I had no one to talk to. I kept my feelings to myself until I couldn't take it no more. I had to go to a mental facility due to my suicidal thoughts. In there, I was not treated like a normal person. They had taken away my writing and drawing utensils, which allowed me to express my thoughts and feelings. I felt every thought was a battle and every breath was a war. Weeks later, I was free. Words cannot express how grateful I am to the Indiantown Boys and Girls Club. I was upset that it was not open for the summer, but the first day it reopened, I went straight there, and I was happily greeted by the staff member, and it felt amazing to be back. Now I can express myself without being judged. The club has boosted my self-esteem. I can now have a conversation with somebody and look them in the eyes instead of looking down when conversating with them. The staff at the Boys and Girls Club make me feel appreciated, that I am somebody. They make sure that I'm getting good grades and that my family has enough food, and make sure that my mind is in a positive place. I have a sense of belonging when I enter the doors of the Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Club is my escape from reality. I would not change anything in the world. Thank you, Boys and Girls Club, for always having your doors open.
Hi, my name is Sarah Vilas, and as the 21st Century Club Director of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County Port Salerno Club, I have seen Yasmin grow into a leader, a mentor, and an exemplary role model. For the past 2 years, Yasmin has transitioned into a fine young lady who is extremely determined, and nothing brings us more joy than one of our members realizing how much power is in their hands. She is resilient, has remarkable work ethic, applies herself academically, and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Yasmin, currently a sophomore, is a full-time student through Florida Virtual Schools. She gets exceptional grades, spends her morning doing schoolwork to maintain a GPA that will lead her to Florida State University. In the afternoons, she works at a local restaurant, assisting in both front and back of the house responsibilities. She hopes to run her own restaurant one day and is eager to learn the ins and outs of that industry. In the evening, she still manages to be an active member, participating in club initiatives, racking up over 100 hours in club service and being an inspiration to all club members. I have witnessed Yasmin work through personal, academic, and social struggles with the strength and grace beyond her 15 years. She is honored to tell you her story today, including her failures and her triumphs. So, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our 2021 Youth of the Year candidate, Yasmin Travieso.
The Port Salerno Boys and Girls Club has been my oasis for almost a decade now. The environment and loving staff have helped turn me into the confident, hard-working, self-disciplined young lady that I am very proud to be today. My name is Yasmin Travieso and I am 15 years old. My first day at the club was both frightening and exciting. Walking in, I hoped to find a place I could go to make new friends and play games with kids my age. But the club gave me so much more. Just minutes after being a member, I had known that I had gained a lifelong family and lifelong friendships that I still carry with me to this day. And even a few weeks after that, my reluctant mother had realized the quality of people at the club, and she doesn't trust many, so the club really must have won her over. At the club, there are many people that impact my life, but Mr. Jalen and Miss Emily have helped me the most. After developing a relationship with Mr. Jalen, my behavior started to improve. He mentored me, he had patience, and he made me realize that I was better than the mistakes I was making. But the one thing that he never did was judge me. He helped me realize all of my experiences were going to be part of my story one day, and that I should never be ashamed of my story. During my freshman year of high school, I was suffering from low self-esteem, peer pressure, and just trying to fit in. So I started smoking nicotine. I was caught before I had the courage to share my story with staff at the club. And even though at the time I was so ashamed, I am so glad that it happened. I thought that because I was a previous Youth of the Year winner, that I had let everyone down. But Mr. Jalen and Miss Emily told me that everybody makes mistakes, and that's just how we learn. But what really stuck with me is how they made me feel. Mr. Jalen believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And Miss Emily told me that she would be there for me through any struggle that I face. No matter what my future holds, I know that I will always have the support of my club to help me get through my challenges. A lot of people ask me, what means the most to you? It's simple. not losing myself again means the most to me. How do I not lose myself again? I become an ambassador for SWAT, Students Working Against Tobacco. I become vice president for Keystone to help teach other members about leadership and service to the community. And I participate in Smart Girls. I do all of this at my club, the one place that has taught me that I have the ability to succeed in everything that I do. The club has taught me to never count myself out because I can always come back for the win.
I want to thank our partners for the evening one more time. Publix here at the local level, Toyota, our national sponsor, and of course our judges who had the unenviable task of choosing tonight's winner. Denise Eric, Patsy Warner, JD Lewis, Arthie Hammond, and Doug Sherman. We owe you our debt of gratitude. At the Boys and Girls Clubs, our incredible staff endeavor every day to create opportunities for all of our kids. All of our work is really centered around three core areas: academic excellence, good character and citizenship, and of course, healthy lifestyles. We have an incredible portfolio of programs in our clubs, from robotics to chess, from soccer to art. Nearly anything you can imagine you can tap into when you walk through our signature blue doors. Our academic programming is supported by certified teachers doing project-based curriculum. What does that mean? That means if you're learning about angles, you're going to be slinging stuffed animals using slingshots and then measuring. If you're learning about the heart and lungs, you're going to build a model of it out of clay. It's this opportunity to reinforce that really accelerates a young person's learning and helps close those opportunity and achievement gaps that have only been accelerated by these recent times. When I think about the work of the Boys and Girls Clubs, and really what is the magic of our movement, I think we have a real opportunity and an obligation to reimagine high school graduation, no longer as our intended destination for our kids, but rather as a launch point. We spend all of our time in our clubs building the hope, the resilience, the skill sets, and the will sets that our kids will need to build their best tomorrows, regardless of circumstance or obstacle. Our work at the Boys and Girls Clubs ensures that the best days for our kids are never their yesterdays, but are always their tomorrows. Often our kids are so busy trying to survive that they don't have the opportunity to dream. But when you come in our clubs, you have the opportunity to imagine a future that you may have never previously thought possible. So what's next? What's next for the Boys and Girls Clubs? And what we're doing on the partnership front to really create opportunities for our kids. So I think of four things. We're going to dramatically expand our apprenticeship and our internship program to actually place our young people with local businesses for up to 40 hours a week all summer long. We just completed the first cohort of our Culinary Pathways program, and I'm happy to share that 100% of the kids that went through that program graduated with their food handler certifications and are ready to work in so many of your businesses. We're implementing right now best-in-class college access advising and college affordability advising so that kids can imagine where they want to go and what they want to study and how they're going to afford it. And we start mapping that plan with them as early as the 7th and the 8th grade. And finally, we are leading the Treasure Coast on the implementation of virtual reality workforce development programs. Imagine a universe where you can put on a headset and learn how to be a plumber, an electrician, HVAC, all these kinds of vocational trades. We're giving you the opportunity to learn in a self-paced way, using a headset on your own time, completing modules that have been developed by local and regional businesses, and qualifying you to be employed. Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County has also recently signed an MOU with Indian River State College to bring the first drone program to the Treasure Coast, meaning that our kids will finally have an opportunity to gain experience in 3 and 4D analytics, to walk away with an FAA certification in unmanned flight, and to really have a skill that makes them employable in everything from fishing to real estate to agriculture. So we're excited for the road ahead because we understand that we have both a moral and a pragmatic obligation to open up doors of opportunity for kids no matter where they are. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Mr. Jalen. From team coordinator to our newest 21st Century Associate at our Stewart 21st Century Learning Academy, Jalen's been with our organization since 2016, serving as our team manager for the past year and a half. He's successfully spearheaded a number of programs for us, most notably Youth of the Year, the UPS Road Code, and of course, We Own Fridays. But internally, he's our guy of charisma. He's our fun guy, winning our internal fun trophy on multiple occasions, embodying the term teamwork. His extraordinary charisma engages our kids every day, most known for his spontaneous performances and his solo concerts. There is no one more invested in helping our teens define and recognize the potential that is unique to them than Mr. Jalen. So join me now in welcoming our teen superstar and leader, Mr. Jalen.
Good evening. I am excited and proud to announce the Youth of the Year for 2021 here at the Boys and Girls Club of Martin County. Before announcing, I would like to say how proud I am of these three young ladies. They are truly the leaders of their clubs and their communities. From being accepted into college to finding out which career paths they want to take, these ladies are conquering each hurdle of life. With that being said, the Youth of the Year winner for 2021 for the Boys and Girls Club of Martin County is Mariah Smith.
I just want to say thank you to all the Boys and Girls Club staff and the judges for taking the time to judge all of us. It was really great to compete with you, Yasmin, and you two from Indiantown. It was awesome getting to talk to you and collab with you and just see our growth together. I want to thank my team specialists and the staff here at my Boys and Girls Club and also my family.